Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brad Dieter from Evolutionary Health, and we are doing our week 4 wrap-up of the 8 Weeks to Savagery Strength Program by Mike Cassavant at Iron Force Athletics. So if you've been following the first 3, you kind of know what's going on. I'm just going to give you a recap of week 4. This one's going to be pretty short, pretty sweet, because it was the same as week 3, but I'll walk you through it, walk you through my experiences, some of the stuff that's happened this week, and then we'll let you guys go. So Monday was squats 5x3, and then sumo deads. 5x3 squats just is brutal. It's tough. It's heavy. It's 5 sets of just grinding out squats. For me, it's mentally harder. Just knowing that you've got this heavy squat and then you got a heavy sumo dead. So that was Monday was tough. The squats were, I made it through all the sets, all the reps, but it was just the last 2 sets were a grind. Really, really not. Set 5 was not fun. I'll just put it that way. Sumo deads were good. Good mornings. I actually, doing good mornings after heavy squats, I'm going to start recommending to everybody. I've noticed that if I squat heavy and I deadlift heavy and then I do a good morning, it just kind of helps loosen up some of that tissue that's kind of contracted in my back after had the heavy compression. And then after those, you do a circuit of dumbbell step-ups, heavy dumbbell step-ups, 4x8, tension plank, and then an ab rollout. And after doing squats, deadlifts, and good mornings, doing dumbbell step-ups is the most awful thing on the planet, Mike. I don't know why you did this to people. It's terrible. But it was fun at the same time. So it wasn't all terrible. It was actually a lot of fun. It's a great strength-based conditioning after a heavy squat day. It's very intelligently designed, very well done. Mike did an awesome job with this workout. But Monday was good. Kicked my butt, literally and figuratively. But Monday was solid. Tuesday, I was just kind of just stiff from the heavy Monday. So I got in. It's supposed to be an off day. I got into the gym. I did some mobility stuff. I did some technique stuff. I worked on my cleans. I went light, did some power cleans, did some full cleans, and then jumped in the pool for about 20 minutes and just did some swimming. Just swam some laps. I like to swim. It's kind of my recovery stuff. So I did mobility, did some cleans. Basically, for my clean work, I just did 3 power cleans every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, and then I did full cleans every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. So it was just kind of 15 minutes of just cleans. It was super light. I'm just trying to work on patterning for my cleans. Wednesday was push-up weighted, military press were the 2 big lifts. Weighted push-ups, good. I like weighted push-ups. They're one of my favorite exercises. Military press, I'm getting better. Like I said on week 1, military press is probably my weakest lift of anything. Just not very good at it. I don't know if it's a mental thing, if it's a strength thing, but just not my best lift. So it was still pretty light. I think I did 5x3 at 135 pounds, so still pretty light. And I just have trouble, getting it from here up to here, and then once I'm up to there, it's not too bad. But from here to here is hard for me. So I've been working on that a little bit. Then we went through a circuit of it was supposed to be dumbbell incline 3x8, weighted bench dip 3x8 to 12, supinated pull aparts 3x15 to 20, and then face pulls 3x15 to 20. I had to switch out the dumbbell incline for something else because the incline bench at the gym, one was taken and one was broken, and I wasn't going to sit there and wait 30 minutes for the guy in the wife beater to quit doing his dumbbell incline. So I opted, in order to work on my pressing, I did some push press. I did 3x8 push press at 45 pounds. So I did a push press, weighted, and I didn't do a bench dip. I actually did like a normal dip because, again, the bench was taken. And then Supinated pull-aparts and face pulls. If you haven't done supinated pull-aparts, throw them into your routine. They're awesome. It's basically you just hold supine and you pull apart. Really, really good for scapular stabilization. Really good for just working on postural muscles. Definitely a good exercise to do after some of the heavy pressing. And then same with the face pulls. Face pulls are a little bit different. Just same thing. You're pulling towards your face. You're not supinated. Just a little bit different work. So Wednesday was good. This was probably the easiest out of all 3 days. It was still heavy. It was still hard, but that was good. Thursday was again supposed to be an off day. I kind of made it a pseudo off day. I went into the gym and just jumped on the rower for, I think it was 15 minutes. I just did a really light 15-minute rowing workout just to get moving. And then I stretched. I did some mobility stuff. And really just, I knew I was going to be squatting heavy on Friday. So just kind of did a lot of hip mobilities, just sat in a squat for a while, very Kelly Starrett style. Worked on knees out, all that kind of thing, just to prep for Friday. Friday was heavy deadlift, 5x3. Killed sets 1 through 4. Set 5 was absolutely terrible. I don't know what happened. I just fell apart. My first pull on the deadlift, my hips went up in the air, and it was like a 15-second deadlift. It was just awful. And I knew I could have, bounced the next 2 off the floor, but that's just terrible form, and that's not what I'm all about. So I set it down, took off some weight, and finished the last 2 at a little bit lighter weight. Just wanted to make sure the form was good. And then front squats. Front squats on Friday were awesome. I actually, just had been working on my front squat form and was like, I'm just going to go for it. Loaded up the bar with 225. My 1 rep max 3 weeks ago was 235. That was the heaviest I'd ever done before. I had never done like a true 1 rep max on a front squat, but it was probably right around there, 235, 245. But loaded up with 225 and knocked out 3 sets of 3x5. First 2 sets were easy. Third set wasn't, they weren't easy, but I didn't get stuck in the hole. I got through all 5 reps. And on the third set, got through all 5 reps. Probably could have squeezed out another one, but it was awesome. It was really nice to see that I'm getting stronger, both just in my big lifts and then in things with my front squat. And then we went into a circuit of stiff leg deadlifts, snatch grip deads, standing single arm dumbbell row, and then a single arm farmer's walk. This circuit's, after you deadlift and you front squat, is just kind of like Mondays. It's just brutal, but in a good way. I love the circuits at the end. They're fun. They're hard. There's a lot of conditioning in it. I think if you guys follow Jim Wendler stuff, he's all about, the weighted conditioning where he just like puts on a weight vest or walks or pushes the prowler. Mike, if you can get a hold of him and have him do something like this, I'd love to see his response to it, just because I think it really is like just a heavy conditioning, basically. So you do a stiff leg deadlift, 3x6, a snatch grip dead, 3x12, and then a standing single arm dumbbell row, 3x15, and then a single arm farmer's walk, 3x15 yards per side. So, it's good. You're moving, you're engaging all your muscles. It's weighted. You just crush through it. So it's really good. What I've been doing on this one is I've been setting up 2 different bars, one for the stiff leg deadlift and one for the snatch grip deads. I'm doing the snatch grip deads a little bit lighter to just make sure my form and my hip and my back angle and my knee angle are all what I want them to be for my actual snatch lift. And I go a little bit lighter and work on some speed and really try to time the first pulls a little bit slower than the second pull, and I try to pull all the way through into my hip crease. So that was the end of week 4. So next week we're starting week 5 in the 5 and 6 cycle. It looks like it's 3x3 squats and sumo deads on Monday, dumbbell bench press, military press on Wednesday, and then deadlift front squat on next Friday. So next Friday will be I'm going to just keep loading up the bar on front squats and see what my limits are. So we'll touch base with you guys next week. If you are following Evolutionary Health, make sure you stay tuned for what's coming out in February. Mike Vaccaro and I are doing something really awesome. We're going to try to get the whole community involved. We're going to try to make a pretty big event in February happen. So stay tuned for that. If you follow us, or if you don't follow us on Facebook, just Evolutionary Health. Follow us on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @EvolvedHealth. I kind of just lump my personal and Evolutionary Health Twitter together. It's easier to manage. Check us out on the website, evolutionary-health.com. We have a podcast that's awesome. Mike has been on it. We had a ton of fun. We're going to get him on again at the end of this 8 weeks, and I'm just going to pick his brain a little bit. That is just go to iTunes, Evolutionary Health, subscribe to us. Send us in questions. We do Q&As all the time. If you have nutrition tips, we're doing a nutrition tip video series throughout all of 2014. And yeah, send us an email on our website. Just go to the podcast link. You can submit questions there. You can email us at evolutionaryhealthperspective@gmail.com. You can get a hold of us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, any social media site. We have it. Find us. Send us questions. Everything we do is free. We love hearing from you guys. We love answering questions. So hit us up, and we will see you guys next week for week 5 of the Iron Force 8 Weeks to Savagery. All right. Take care.